Hello, and welcome to another episode of Design Tips and Sips. I'm Anna Gibson with AKG Design Studio, and this is the show that brings you design tips and sips. And today we're going to be sipping and learning about tea from Rachel, the tea lady.
Cheers, Anna.
So this is the show that brings you home design tips, remodeling, health and wellness, and everything related to create your beautiful lifestyle. So, Rachel,
Yes.
What is happening? How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. Thank you for joining us today.
Absolutely.
I'm so excited to have you in my kitchen today.
I love being in your kitchen.
Thank you. So, tell me, where's the love affair with tea started?
Let's talk some tea, right?
Yes, absolutely.
So I'm Rachel Rozner. I'm the owner of Elden Street Tea Shop. And we started out in Herndon, Virginia, about 7 years ago. And I wanted to build community through tea, which I absolutely love to have on a regular basis. I don't drink coffee, so I have to get my caffeine fix from something.
Yes.
Building a beautiful community around tea is wonderful. Tea is a warm beverage, so it actually scientifically gets you to talk more because it increases your serotonin. It makes you comfortable and relaxed. And so it's a great way to gather family and friends within, your community.
And tea really is international, right?
Yes.
Like there's some areas, obviously, not all areas grow coffee beans,
No.
but it seems that even though tea leaf started in the Far East, I guess because of the Indochina trade, that like it really arrived all over the world, and it doesn't matter where you are around the world. Not everybody's drinking coffee, but everybody's drinking tea, right?
I will say Americans, I always like to joke that Americans are only 200 years into their tea drinking experience, whereas the rest of the world has been drinking tea for thousands of years.
Yeah.
So we got a little catching up to do, but we are seeing a large push for tea in the industry, and people are starting to become tea lovers here in America.
That's awesome.
Whether it's sweet tea, matcha is a really big one from Japan. And as you said, it's very international. Tea is not grown here in the United States in large quantities. Not yet, at least. It takes 5 years to actually grow a tea plant.
Wow.
Which I brought a leaf from my 3-year-old tea plant today. So it's not quite ready to be harvested. But these plants can actually get very large. They can actually be tea trees. But for harvesting purposes, they make them into tea shrubs, so it's easier to pick. And a lot of times they grow on rocky mountainous sides, so they are hand harvested, which is important to remember when you're drinking your tea, to know that this little leaf has been harvested thousands of times to get into your cup for you to enjoy in your home.
Yeah, that is definitely a labor of love,
Yes.
right? To grow it, and like any one of it is growing anything after, we all tried to grow something during COVID. God knows like how many things died in my backyard. So I literally just went down to herbs because it's like the only thing I can keep alive for the 2 months of the summer. So, having not even just grown with love, but also harvested and dried and go through the whole process. So what is that process? So they planted the shrubs.
Yes. So
they picked the leaf. Like what happened next? Because
So
I don't think I drop it into my water.
Well, funny story, thousands of years ago, an emperor was walking. So the story goes, it depends on if you're talking to the Chinese or the Japanese, but the story goes, an emperor was walking with his empress, and a leaf at the time fell into his cup of hot water. Don't know where he got the hot water, but we'll just go.
Wandering around the garden with hot water.
And he ended up drinking it, and it ended up, he's saying, oh, this is quite good. And so that is how apparently tea was born. That's the short story. Camellia sinensis is the tea plant. All tea is grown from this specific plant. If we were talking about herbs, lavender, peppermint, rosemary, Tulsi basil, those are what we call tisane plants. So they are not part of tea. What's interesting about tea is it's actually a very versatile word. You can drink tea as a drink, or you can have the tea plant, or you can talk tea, right? It can also be a verb.
Yep.
So
You
it's
can
very
also
versatile.
spill the tea.
Yeah, you can spill the tea. So what you get from this plant is you get black, green, oolong, or white tea. Actually in this plant leaf, if you were to chew it, it is very high in caffeine.
Oh, wow. All right.
Yeah, very high. And in fact, that's why matcha is so high in caffeine, is because you're actually consuming the ground tea leaves. Whereas when you put this in your water, it's actually steeping. And so you're not getting as much caffeine extraction from it.
Gotcha.
So it's a really, interesting plant. The science behind it is just fascinating every time I learn. I mean, I've got thousands of years of knowledge to learn about this plant. So
Absolutely.
there's never a dull moment. And as you said, the China-Indo trade is actually how it got all the way here. There have been many wars fought over tea, and tea has been a commodity for trade. It has been a monetary value. It has been served thousands of years, or it was served hundreds of years ago as tea cakes, in which the tea cakes were served as a way that you could do trade and business. Each cake had a value, and that was how it was exported around the world. So yeah, that's my little spiel on tea.
All right. So after they dried it up, right?
Yes.
So most of the time
It's
when we
processed
get
and
it
oxidized.
processed,
Yeah.
oxidized and dried, and then it gets to our home.
Yes.
And then
Oh, one quick mention on that. So when they pluck it, it's called a flush, and there are two flushing seasons a year, harvesting seasons a year. There's springtime, which is generally called your first flush of the season, and what they're actually picking is the very top leaf, and that's going to be a younger leaf, and so you're going to get your white teas, your green teas from that. And then the second flush in the year is in the fall harvest, which will be your black teas, your oolong teas. So it's a little bit more mature of a plant. And they just pluck the top of the plant. They don't pluck the whole thing. That's how you get the different varietals as well.
all right. So now we have the tea, and it's in your shop.
Mm-hmm.
What are we gonna do with that? I know that your store customized an amazing blend.
Yes.
So we used to have our own blend, but now Rachel decided it's time to spruce it up a little bit.
Yes.
And make a new blend for us.
Yes.
So
It's been a while.
yeah, so let's do it. So tell us what
Yeah.
is happening.
So one of the things that we offer at the tea shop is a custom blending experience. And you can do this as a business, or you can do it for your own house, or for a nice housewarming present for someone. It makes a great gift. And you'll get your own little label. We can see here AKG
Yes.
Design Studio on there, Shared Luxuries. And you
that's
can
the
create
name of our blend.
Yes.
So if you're going to Rachel and asking, you can get our blend.
Yes, exactly. And so when you come in and you're doing your party, we have a large smelling wall where you can pick your flavors. We have a little card that you fill out, and on the card you can put your name, how much you want. What do you want your base? And we have we do it based on the flavor profile. So like malty, which is kind of like bready, kind of like more of a smooth taste. Floral, everybody, flowers, Earl Grey, kind of that taste. Spicy, we talk about like cinnamon and clove and cardamoms. Smoky, there's a tea called Lapsang that is a smoky tea. It's literally smoked over pine. Fun story about that too, historical story. And then a dessert tea, which is going to be more of your sweet flavor profile. We also have refreshing, vegetal, and healing, which is kind of like a medicinal type tea as well. So you pick your base, and then on the back, you do your flavor. You can choose 2 different flavors, again, using those kind of aromas and flavors that you want to do.
So you make it really easy for them to figure out how to blend it versus like, you know, because otherwise I don't know what's going to go.
Exactly.
What goes well with what, right?
And we have ones, we have over 100 different teas at the shop, but on your flavor profiles, we've curated it down to that. So you don't end up with a tea that you don't like.
Again, I love it. You guys know how much I love things that are curated, things that are built specifically for you, for your lifestyle, for your health.
Yeah.
You know, not off the shelves. Because if you go off the shelves, first of all, that tea's old. How old are those teas sitting there?
I don't even want to know.
Yeah.
And it's not about tea being old. It's that it's being old and it's not being
over processed.
It's processed. Yes. Exactly. And then we also offer, you can choose between light, medium, or heavy when you're mixing it together. So you go through all of these, and then you can also name your tea blend. And then we give you this little card to take home so that when you come back into the shop, you can get your blend again. So let's blend the Shared Luxuries tea today.
All right. Perfect.
So graciously, for camera purposes, we've already weighed out what we need for the blend. And today we are doing when I think of Anna Gibson and AKG Design Studio, I think of easy, luxury, and a interesting way and concept of incorporating color and pieces. And so that's why we've opted for a butterfly pea flower as kind of a colorant, which will give a blue tint to the tea.
Yep. And butterfly pea, it's P-E.
Yes.
A.
Not butterfly.
No butterflies were harmed in the making of that tea.
Pea flowers, there's many different kinds of pea flowers out there, but the blue one is the one that gives like a natural tint.
There you go.
And you can use it for cocktails.
Okay.
You can use it for we can take a little sip. Because we already have it brewed.
We didn't even put honey or anything, and it's just, you don't really need anything. It's already naturally sweet.
Yeah.
So again, if you're trying to cut on calories and sugar, a lot of people do that, especially for the summer. Yeah. Really, all it is like tea. Yeah. And we didn't
and this
add
could
anything.
be iced too.
Yes.
So, so the base for yours, we chose Bai Mudan, which is a Chinese white tea. It's a flat leaf. It's really common in China as well. We also mixed it with rose petals. So you can go ahead and put it in our bowl. Okay. And this is kind of how we would do it at the shop.
Oh, it already smells so good.
That's okay. Yeah. And then you can put the butter. You can go. There you go.
Look how beautiful it is.
And you can go ahead and put all of the butterfly pea flower in there. And then what we'll have you do is mix it up. All
right. So what was the base for that tea again?
Bai Mudan. Okay. And Bai Mudan is a light white tea. It's you can mix it up more than that. Mix it up, girl. Okay, all right. And when we're blending tea, actually that's how they do it in China when they're pan frying teas for like Dragon Well or certain teas. They'll actually put them in big pans and they'll like do this like fun dance movement.
There you go, fun dance.
Yeah, there you go. So what's also really great is when you're blending teas.
There you go. We're gonna infuse love and dance into this tea.
Exactly. Yes. There are actually oils from all of these herbs, and so if you let it sit for a day, it'll actually meld together and be more inclusive. But we love inclusive tea. Yes. So it's good to let it sit for a day, but you can absolutely enjoy it immediately if you choose. So we're gonna put it on here. It'll be easier for us to put into. And so once you get done blending your tea, we'll take it and then we'll put it into your little canister.
Oh, okay.
And so can you guys take a look at that beautiful mix? It's just so gorgeous. I love all the different colors. Oh, move it this way. Okay. You guys can take a look at this beautiful mix. It's got blues, it's got reds, it's got whites, and it's just very calming. And I think when Anna does her design, it also, as you can see with a lot of her designs, she makes it calming, inviting, and exactly what you want to be.
Yes, and it's also perfect during the construction when you need a little bit of kumbaya.
That's
when
true.
Your house is a mess. We love gifting it to our client to help them find their zen during the construction process.
And as you can see, the tea wants to still be displayed.
Yeah,
So.
there you go. That's okay. It's my tea, so
Yeah.
I can touch it
There you
with
go.
my hand. And then we have trash here.
There you go. She's already
Ta-da!
built in a little trash can for your tea dust. Okay, and so then what we do is we package it up for you and print off your label, and you get to display it in your home.
Awesome. Thank you so much. So, talking about that, now I am done. I have this beautiful tea. I took it home. How do I build a tea bar?
Yes.
What do I need to have at home? And what do we need to actually make this beautiful tea?
So one of the things that I tell everyone is that, and it kind of goes against the tea industry, like you got to do what's going to work for you.
Yes,
right?
100%.
Not everybody doesn't have enough time in a day to do. I mean, you can enjoy, the proper rituals of tea, but if you just want to enjoy tea on a regular basis, quick, easy, there are a couple different ways to do that. I've actually had my customers build their kitchens around
nice
our canisters and around our tea. So one of our canisters that we've had, and you can find these planetary design. One of the big things with tea is that you want to keep it away from light, air, and moisture. Okay. So even though you have it in a glass jar, you want to keep it away from a window, or else it can really damage your tea and not make it. It's not that it's not going to be drinkable. It's just that it's going to be like any other herb where it loses. You'll have to use more, and it'll lose its flavor over time.
Yeah, the air and the light is going to oxidize that. So
yeah. So this beautiful container, it comes. It's airtight. We actually use the 5-gallon version of this, or sorry, 2-gallon version of this at the shop to keep. And you hear that air coming out. So that is
mine.
Yes, that's honest. So when you want it to be nice and airtight, and this kind of locks it into place. And you can see it's metal, so the light will not come through.
So if I have my tea in here, how long can I hold?
Oh, this will last you years.
Perfect. Because
Yes.
I have tea that I brought from China in here. I have some oolong.
Yes.
That has been in here from 2019.
Yeah.
All right, so that's good.
Well, as long as the air doesn't get to it.
No, it's your can, so
Yep. It should be really good.
Perfect.
The more you vacuum seal your tea, it'll last a lot longer. The other thing you want to consider is you don't want to put it in the refrigerator because moisture can make the tea mold, especially if you have fruit in the tea. The only exception to that is matcha, and matcha should be stored in the refrigerator in a airtight. Yeah, because it keeps it nice and fresh. Otherwise, because you're eating the actual tea leaves, so it's kind of like when you put roses in the freezer, in the refrigerator, to keep them nice. It's the same thing. We want to keep the plant nice and refreshed. So,
all right. So step one, we have really, really good storage, and those are beautiful. So you can keep them on your counter as long as it's not in front of the window as well. So we have storage. We bought our tea. We stored it. Now we're ready to brew it. Like
I was gonna say, you can also store it in a canister like this. Again, metal, keeps it away from light. It's not going to stay as long, but it should be okay on your countertop or however you're storing it for a little, like around a year.
Okay.
So not as airtight, but still usable.
Yeah. So as long as you're using it quite often, that can be as well.
Yes.
That's awesome.
And this could be your backup storage. And then you have your smaller canisters out as well. And
so now we have it all stored nice. And how do we actually make the tea?
Yes.
Tell us.
Yeah. So
I know there's more than one way to make tea.
Yes, there are lots of ways.
Rachel, spill the tea. Tell us.
There are lots of ways to make tea. Again, it's going to be whatever is going to get that tea leaf in the cup for you the easiest. Because if the process is complicated, you're not going to do it.
Right. We're not going to sit here every morning and do a tea ceremony.
No.
Right. Like some mornings you got to go, or maybe at night when you're like wanting to come down, you can give a little bit more time. But if you're just looking for that pick me up, walk us through that.
Yes. And so you want to make it easy, and you want to create your own daily tea ceremony, if you will. So there are a couple different ways. I personally like to use an electric kettle. I like a gooseneck kettle because it is easier to pour. And the other part that's really important is a variable temperature setting kettle. So if you can see here.
Yep. You can lift it up now.
Oh. If you can see here, there is, my bad. If you can see here, there is kind of a plus minus. It tells you what is going to, you can actually set it for different teas. This one, it has different settings. This is a Bonavita kettle. It's one of my favorites. They make beautiful kettles. And the gooseneck is really helpful. White tea does not get brewed at the same temperature as black tea.
Okay.
So having a variable temperature kettle is always helpful to make sure that your tea does not get over steeped or too bitter. So the other part is...
And we actually steeped our tea in here, right?
Yes, we did.
So that is here, so you can see...
Yep. And
I don't know if you can...
you can see the blue is so nice. And as you can see, right now we don't have any kind of strainer will work. If you don't have a tea strainer, you can use any kind of strainer as long as it has like the micro strainer.
Wow, look at that color.
Yeah,
ooh, yummy.
Beautiful. And that's the butterfly pea flower. So you can see a shorter steep time is going to get you a light blue. But if you let it steep longer, it's going to give you the dark blue.
Stunning.
And fun fact about this tea, although I don't have it today, if you actually put lemon juice in it, it will turn it purple or pink. So it's such a fun design. You want to try it?
You're going to keep talking and I'm going to get us some lemon.
That's what I mean. It's a fun cocktail drink. It's a fun
party trick.
Party trick. Yes. And so depending on...
You guys ready? I'm going to add some lemon to it. Couple of drops.
And as you can see, it's turning
ta-da!
A light purple color. And this kind is very citrusy.
Yes.
It just
and it really just enhances all the flavors as well. Again, and
you can squeeze one in mine and you can see the color difference.
There you go.
So we like to do this. Actually, what's really fun is we do this for gender reveal too.
Oh!
It's kind of fun to do. Like you can see the
so now
pinky.
It's all like pink.
Yeah,
that's so cute.
Yeah, so we'll have like bridal or baby showers in the shop, and so if it's blue, it's a boy. We do kind of the whole like gender thing with it too. It's a lot of fun.
That's fun.
Have fun with your tea in many different ways. So we're talking about different types of tea setup. So if you want to brew your tea, if you don't want it out like this for when guests come, you can have a ceramic tea kettle. This one is really great. This holds about 4 to 6 servings, 6-ounce cup servings in it. And it's just a nice ceramic teapot. I believe it is... this one's Old Amsterdam. So, and the nice thing about this one is it's microwave and dishwasher safe. Do not put even though it says it's microwave safe, please do not put your teapot in the microwave. At least when I'm around. So we, that would be a nice presentation. And you will need a strainer for that as well. You can also use tea bags. Personally, in the morning, if I'm on the go, I like to just do a quick scoop of tea in a tea bag and I get out the door. It just makes it a lot easier. I'm still consuming my loose leaf tea. When you're doing tea in a tea filter bag, you want to make sure that it is non-bleach and also has no plastic.
So this is the tea bags that Rachel is talking about.
Yes.
It is just...
Well, these are a type of tea bag. Yeah.
Yes.
These are paper.
Paper, single use. You just put a spoonful and then you put it in your tea and you can use that. Yes. You can use the old school where you can... Actually, this you can also use it with... to scoop the tea so you don't have to touch it. Put it in there. And I think I have one more. Look at me.
I know. I've got Anna over the years. I've trained her with all the accoutrements.
And if you don't want to use paper and be more environmentally friendly, you can use that little silicone one. Again, you just fill it up and you can use it as many times as you want. So
many ways to do tea. You just got to figure out what is going to be the best setup for you. And you can play around with it. The other one that we don't have on video right now is the one that probably a lot of coffee drinkers have in their home, is actually the the French press.
Okay, so this is new. I've never heard about that.
Yes.
So tell me about that. Was like French press.
Yes.
Like, interesting.
So you can use a French press for tea just the same way you would use it for coffee.
Okay.
So you just put the tea leaves in the bottom, and then you let it steep, and then you plunge it, and then you pour it.
That is awesome. Because you know what, like we have a really fancy coffee machine in the office, so we don't really use the French press anymore. But we do have clients, and all the time we love, you know, serving your tea. So now I can brew a whole kettle.
Yes.
And put it into the French press, and then we have the tea.
Yeah, you can just put it in.
That's amazing.
Now,
learn new things every day.
Well, I will tell you what I wouldn't do is if your French press already has coffee in it, don't use it for tea. I would just get a new one.
Okay,
and then
like
use
the flavors
that one.
are going, profile is going to change. Gotcha.
Yes,
okay.
Yeah. So that's all I have.
That's awesome. So Rachel, tell us again where everybody can find you.
Yes.
Physically and online. And also tell us a little bit of some of the other programs you have in the store.
Yeah, so we are now located in Lake Ann in Reston, Virginia. And yes, we are still called Elden Street Tea Shop.
Forever and ever.
Forever and ever. And we are actually located right behind the fountain and in Lake Ann, near the Reston Museum. And we do all kinds of things. If you would like to come in for a pot of tea with a friend or by yourself, you're welcome to do so without reservation. You're welcome to come in for scones and macarons that we make in-house. We have house-made scones with our homemade Devonshire cream, as well as strawberry jam. Well, the jam is kind of seasonal. We switch it up sometimes. Yeah. We also do, like I said, private parties. We do tea tasting experiences where you can go and learn how to look at the different flavor profiles in tea. And we also give you a little tea tasting journal with that. That's cool. Made by one of our local artists, as well as the custom blending experience, which we did here today with you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And online, so can people shop for the tea online? All right.
Yeah. So we are available if you can't make it into the shop. We actually have an online store, so you can purchase online as well as purchase online and pick up in store. Okay. We also ship out all over the country.
Perfect. Fantastic. Well, thank you so much for being with us today, Rachel. I guess we can still do a little cheers. Thank you again for joining us again for another episode of Design Tips and Sips. I'm Anna Gibson with AKG Design Studio. You're always welcome to my studio for a cup of tea or pop down the street to see Rachel and get your own custom blend. If you love the show, please make sure to subscribe and hit the bell here right there in the bottom to make sure that you get the notification for the next episode. We do release our episode every Wednesday afternoon Eastern Standard Time. So if you're on another time zone, which you are, some of you are, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell so you know when that episode is coming. If you want to be a guest, all the information is on the About show, so make sure to email me. And if you love the content, please share it with all your friends and family. And that's it. Until next time, cheers.
Cheers.